Come to my second class on web development. Last class, we look at the pictures. We look at how we insert pictures, how we insert tables, and how to align the table in the center. And we also look at the width of the picture and the height. That's our previous class. Today, we are going further. Now, we are going to start designing our menu. We have to start designing our menu. We have to first of all click. This is where we want our menu to be designed. This is where we are going to write. So we click on this place. Then when you go to code, you will see the code is blinking here. This place that is blinking telling us that this is the place that the menu will be designed. So we go to the code, then we come to this place. You can delete this. You can press enter on the keyboard so that we have enough space to write our code. So we will start with the word. We've got from this place. We have to first of all link. We have to link the home page with the CSS page. So they have to work as one. So we have to write a code that will link them together. So how do we write the code? We go to home, then we go to code, then we'll come to this place on top of body, then we'll type link. You can see me writing the code for link, double click the code for link, then I press space, then hyperreference reference to the CSS page by double clicking on this. Then I go to browse. Then this is the CSS page. I click on it and I click OK. Then I give a space. Then I type LEB rail. I double click on it. Then I type the word style sheet. That's the word style sheet from the list of options. I click style sheet. Then I will close it. This code alone, it has linked the two together. So I have to save this work by going to File and click on Save. So this code alone is working with the CSS. You can see the CSS here in this home page. This is home page. Inside this home page, we have the CSS linked together. This is the CSS, which is this one. It's being linked together. So this is the home page. This is the code that link them together. For us to start working with it now, we have to go back to this place and click our data sign. Then we can start with the word div. Then I'll put slash. Automatically typing slash, that will complete the word div. Then I go to the middle and press enter. So in this place, I have to type that's list item. Then I'll close it. Then I go to this page with my slash. This LI stands for list item. I can also move it down again. Then on top of it, I'll put my UL. Close it. Then under this, I put my data science slash UL. And then in the middle here, I can type my home. I can see my home. I can go to this place, file, and I will save it. Then I can see the list. This LI stands for list item. LI list item. UL on the list. This on the list. So if I go to my design, you will see the work. You can see it now. Home. See touch. Then I go back to my code. Then this place, there are usually links so that I will be able to link to a different page by typing my link. There's that A. Close it. Then I go to this place. I put my slash. So from here, I'll press the space bar. Reference. And I put my sign here because I've not created a page for you, so I will represent the link to this hash. Then I will go to my file and I will save it again. Then this one that I'm looking at now, if I go back to my design, I will see it. This is it. I'll go back to code. So I'll just have to copy this. Control C. If I go to my file, I click on save. Then if I go to design, you can see the different list. Then we have home, so we have to change this. If I go back to our code, This home now we can change it. We can change it to about us. We can change this one to contacts. We can change this one to news. We can also change this one to this one. I can change it to what to like. It can be calendar and it can also be FAQ. That's the frequent FAQ. Then we go to my file. I will now save it. Then we go back to the design now. You can see that we have home, about us, contacts, menus, information, and we can see the tag there. So go back to our code. So for it to work with the second page, which is the CSS page, this CSS page, for it to work together, we have to we have to give it an ID. This is the div. This div is one. Consider we have the div here. We also have it at the bottom. We have the UL, which is on the list, and we have it on the list here again. So this div have to have an ID. By clicking on the div, then you just type space on it. You see the word ID. You double click ID. So this place you can give it any name of your choice, any name you like. In one case, I want to name it menu. This menu is an ID that will be represented in CSS. That's why I'm having ID here, menu. So I'll go to this place, I'll save my work, go to file, save it. Then this menu here, I'll go to the CSS. Then I'll put my hash. Then I'll put my menu. Then I'll put my under list. Then I'll open bracket. Then if I go to this place, I'll now save it. So this word on that list, that's what we have been running. This is on the list that we have been running. This on that list. This ID for the menu ID. This on that list here, open it here. Because this on that list is carrying everything as a segment. You can see what on that list, on that list. So this on that list, we are using it in CSS list. Then if you look at home again, if you look at this place, you see this dash like that, this dash at this place. We don't need this one on the web design. This, we don't need it. So we want to move it. For us to move this, we have to go back to CSS. Then we come to this place. We press enter on the keyboard. Then look for style list. Look for list type. You see the list type? You double click on the list type. Then click on type none. Or you can also see the none here. Then put your semicolon. This semicolon is very compulsory, that should be there. Then you go to file, then you save your work. Then if you go back to your design now, you can see that that we are having here is no more there. Why is it no more there? Because from the CSS, this command alone, style list none, meaning that those dot that is here before is no more appearing. That's what this. Then we go back to our design code again and our CSS. Now we want to give this home, about us, all this place a background color. We want this heading here to have a background color. All this place that we are seeing, we want to have a background color. Then if you know that in code we have on the list and also list item. So we have two commands there. We have on the list and list item. So what we are going to do, go to CSS. Then just copy this one. Instead of typing it, just copy it, Control C. Control V. Then I put list item. Then open your, then you close it with this. Then this place, press enter. You look for background color. This is a background color here. Background color, this background color. You can give it red, any color of your choice. Like put your semicolon. Meaning that that exploit will have a red color. So if you go to home now, go to your design, you see that you're having a red color here. This is the list item, this is the under list. What I mean by list item now, I'm talking about this place, the list item, the under list. So in CSS, this is the background color. The background color here is red. That's why we're having red as the background color here. Because of the background color is red. Then we have to go back to our CSS again. Now I want to give it a kind of a border. What I mean by a border is that I want the line to be here, a line to be under this place, straight line. So I go to CSS, then I go to this place. Remember, I press enter. It normally give me options. From the options, I will now choose. I want to use border. This border among the options. To click border. Then the thickness of the border, maybe I say 1px. This 1px, just the thickness of the border, the space. And I want the border to be solid. Solid. That's solid. Since I'm using red background, I want the line to show. So let me use white border on it. Because of the red, white will come out plain. So you can see white. White. That's white. White. Then semicolon. So if I go and look at the home, you can see this, the border white, and the thickness is 1 pix. I see. Then I go back to CSS again. So because of all this place, I don't need all this. I just have to divide it. So I have to move all this. For me to move all this place, I have to go back to CSS, press enter, and I will look for width. Yes, width. So the width of that border, I want it to be like, let's say 128 px. 128 px. Then if I go to home, I say that I've reduced this from here to here is 128. If I like, I can also reduce it more by going to CSS. This is 128, I can make it 120. 120. I go and look at it. Consider I've reduced it again to 120. So I have to go back to my CSS. But if you look at this, the height here is somehow chalky, small. So I have to increase the height. I go to my CSS. I go to this place and I type height. Here's my height. So height, let me use any measurement. Let me use 38 pix. You see the height, 38 pix, because the height of that table is almost small. I go to home. I see that I've increased the height compared to before. Then if you look at this, these are aligned left. This one is aligned left. This one is aligned left. So I have to move this aligned left. I have to bring it to the middle here so that it will be in the middle. So I have to go back to my CSS again. Then text. I will say text align. This is text align. Then center. Put my semicolon. Then if I go and look at it at home, I will say that my information is now in the middle. So I've aligned it to the middle. Then if I look at this my design again, this home should be in the middle here. This about us should be in the middle here. It's not okay like this, so I have to try to move it to the middle. So we'll go back to CSS again. Then we press enter. Then there's what we call line height among the codes. This line height. So if I double click on line height, so the measurement that I'm using for the height, which is 38, that's what I will use here. I'll use 38 to 38 px. Then put my semicolon. Then if I look at it from it again, you'll see that it will change. You can see that it's no more up here, it's now at this middle. Okay? So I will now go back to my photo. You can see that this place is different. It look okay like this. Then let me go to my CSS again. So what I want to do is that this information, home, about us, contact, I want it to be home, about us, contacts, news, information, FAQ to occupy this space that is empty. So I have to go back to my CSS again. Then I just use the word float. I say the word float. Then I say left. I put my semicolon. So if I go and check it from this place now, I'll see that it has flowed downward. You see it home before it was on top, now home, status, contact this. You see how the command of CSS is so powerful. So I can also go back to my CSS. See, okay. So the other stage I want to look at, if you look at this place, you see that the color of this thing is blue. There's a blue color here with underline, blue color here underline. So this underline and this blue color, I can decide to write a CSS code that will change this place from this place to white color and underline. So how do I change this blue color of contact about us to white? So for me to do that, I have to go back to my CSS again. So I will just copy what is here. Instead of me retyping it, I just copy it. Control C. I'll go down here. Control V. Then I only put A to show the difference between this and this. The difference between this and this is this letter A, which I'll now put this side. So since I want to give this place a white color, this place white color, so I have to type white in the CSS code. So in this place, press enter. I look for color, C-O-L, color. British way of writing color. And I'll type the word white. And I put my semicolon. So if I go and look at it now, you see that the color of the text is now white. Before it was blue here, but it's now white. So if I go back to it again, this white color, white, that's why we are having white here. Then this underline that is here, it should go. For us to remove this underline, we have to write a code to remove the underline. Go to CSS, press enter. For us to remove the underline, there's what we call text decoration. There's a text decoration here. You see text decoration? You click on the text decoration. Then you say none because you don't want that underline to exist. That's why I say no. Then Then if you go and look at it now, you see that that line will not be there again. You can see the underline here is no more existing. With the use of text decoration, you will not see the line there again. Then it's good for you to be saving your work. Click on save to save all your work. So the next stage that we are going to do, that stage that we want it to have a kind of a background color that will be changing. So it will look like button. So we have to go back to our CSS. Then what we do here is I will just copy this one. Because if you look at it, I started with UL and I started the ULI. And I now continue with ULIA. So this one, I'll just copy this. It's an extension with a little difference in command. Then I'll put, because I want the color to be changing over. Then I'll put this. Then I'll close it with this. Then I will press enter. Then I'll now use background color. Then I can use any color of my choice. I can try to use green. You can see the color green. Then this over is one that will make the color to be changing. So if I go to this place, I will not see the effect. If I go to file, save all, then I have to run it in the browser to see how it looks like. Go to the browser. I'll run it in the browser. This browser is having a problem. Where's your Chrome? There's a Chrome browser here that we can also use. going to open the work with Chrome browser. Firefox, this Chrome. Click on your Chrome browser. You see the Chrome browser. But look at this place now. The contact and the news. It's only this place that is changing, which is not okay. You can see it's not that okay. So what we are going to do now, well, this green something is supposed to fill all this place. Supposed to fill all the place, not only this place. So we have to go and modify the code a little again by minimizing this and go back to my CSS. So in this place we come here, then you press your enter. Say display block. This is a command that will make it fill the entire cell. Now go to file, save all, then go to your Chrome again, then refresh. You can see compared to the other stage,